Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
With part 2 of Understanding.
I just realized.
What did you just realize?
That this game is the first time everyone can see for sure what time it is when we record.
It's not the first, but it's one of the ones where it's very obvious.
Yeah.
There have been other times. Thankfully, like, 9:30 p.m. is a reasonable time, right?
Yep.
Right? You would tell me if I wasn't right?
Yep.
Okay. For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy, but my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. I love Sayori's expression so much. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Oh. Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival.
The anticipation of a new Yuri's arrival. My favorite spaceship.
Right? Wait, what? I thought we were talking about something else.
No, we're talking about spaceship names.
Oh.
That's a culture ship name. Anticipation of a new lover's arrival.
Oh, anticipation of a new lover's arrival. Sorry. Well, when you said Yuri in space, I was thinking about the Planetest character. And it didn't put together you were doing a culture for a moment there. Fake Banks fan over here.
I'm the fake one. I've only read Accession.
Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri nor Monica. Then Sayori realizes it's Sunday. What is she doing at school? What were those classes she thought she just had?
And what happened on Saturday? Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. It's going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there.
Monica rounds the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so...
Yuri?
Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not...
Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away.
Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With club publicity stuff?
Publicity stuff.
Yes, I want to do the publicity stuff.
Publicity. Publicity makes me so happy. Am I doing a good Yuri?
This is my happy voice.
It sounds like your Moeka voice. Monica is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks into the club room herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside.
Okay. Kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too.
Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic, she realizes, that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been at the debate club.
Debate me!
God!
Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones.
What was the worst thing you had to debate in high school? Mine was whether or not we should allow gays to get married. We just debated that like that's a thing that has two sides to it. Kind of fucked up.
I did not do debate, so I don't remember. Oh God, no,
I didn't do debate either, but like that was like
I just remembered. The worst one was they in I think it was 10th grade social studies.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay.
They made us at least I think it was 10th grade. They made us debate the morality of dropping the atomic bomb on Hiroshima. And just like assign sides, and it's like, okay, You're pro killing a bunch of civilians with a nuke now. Have fun. Like, okay, I think there's a lot of other things that we could have had a debate about.
Right?
And like...
It's like, why I get the academic importance of learning to see an argument from both sides.
Yeah.
One might point out that maybe as using examples for a situation like that should not include some of the most morally egregious acts ever committed by one human to another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's... Anyway. The two set off. Don't argue in our comic section about that. I don't need to read it. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation.
So, how's everything been going?
Fine. Sorry, I won't take your. I just want to play in the space a little bit.
You can.
I just wanted to a little bit of Yuri. I'm done now.
Yeah. No, I'm done now. No, that was good.
It's still a Yuri and Sayori side story, so we'll get back. Yeah.
That's good.
Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it?
Sorry I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayori told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday?
Drugs.
Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Now we have at least 2 people that read.
Okay, Monica, but with like big youth pastor energy. I don't know about you kids, but this lit club is feeling kind of very lit to me.
But let me tell you about the greatest story ever told. It's about a man named Jesus.
Monica walks into the lit club, pulls out a chair, turns it around, and sits on it backwards. I'm so sorry, Monica.
How are y'all today? I'm feeling radical. Almost as radical as Christ's love for all mankind.
Oh, Natsuki, you're reading manga? You want to know about the original comic book superhero?
I see we're off the rails today.
Wow, you're into sci-fi epics. You want to read the oldest sci-fi epic known to man? Did you just admit that the Bible is fiction?
It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. Normally stuff doesn't working.
If only I could just program everyone to be what I want.
She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her.
Yuri falls silent again, as if she's started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it.
Did something happen?
Yuri sighs.
No, it's just me.
Yuri pauses.
I'm thinking. Come back in 3 weeks.
A moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head.
I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. I'm uncomfortable when I'm not uncomfortable. If that makes sense.
Big mood. Is it that you're uncomfortable when you're not uncomfortable? Or you're uncomfortable when you're comfortable. It's an important distinction.
It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Ah.
Monica pauses and thinks.
Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right?
I thought it was president.
No. Sayori's the president.
I thought she was the vice president.
It's complicated.
Oh, I don't like complicated.
Anyway, we're going to have all kinds of people joining this club. Hopefully, anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people? Of course. I need to be looking out for everyone, otherwise what kind of club would it be? I see.
Bad news about the rest of the game.
I'm looking out for everyone. I am making sure they do what I say is best for them.
Yep. I am looking out for everyone. Yep. Making sure I keep my eyes on all of them at all times. Yuri seems more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs.
Okay.
Yuri takes a deep breath.
I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about the things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. And there's only so long anyone will listen to me talk about frogs for. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say.
Wait, really? Frogs? I'm not saying no, just didn't peg you as a frog person. All right, noting that down. Yuri into frogs. All right. Is this just in like an academic curiosity way, or like is it like a frog plushie would be an appropriate gift for like the holidays?
I don't follow.
All right, moving on.
So I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on, and Sayori falls into that third category.
Sayori falls into a lot of things.
What? Hold on, you're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you?
Yuri nods.
I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it.
Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down with her fists clenched.
I think you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic.
Oh, and I'm not someone?
I think that's are any of us someone yet? The literature club sentience thing hasn't happened yet, so like it's really unclear.
Monica cock shotgun. How do you know about that?
Sayori is built different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her.
I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for it.
I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So, if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry, I'm making myself sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand.
Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile, but Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better.
Sayori wants to be your friend. I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too, but good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication.
Yuri stops and shakes her head.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is just... it's so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it.
Yuri pauses to think.
I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me.
Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales.
I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session.
I'm sorry, did you vent?
Sus!
That's pretty sus, Yuri. Yuri, that's pretty sus. You shouldn't vent. Yuri? Yuri, did you just vent? Yuri.
Sayori from the other room. Purple is sus! What was your task, huh?
Emergency meeting. Sorry, Monica, but I heard that Yuri was venting.
But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah.
Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. I appreciate all the pauses in Yuri's... Like the dialogue boxes also have a lot of pauses where Yuri's like stopping to collect her thoughts, and it's like, yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. I also love that her sprites have her constantly nervously playing with her hair.
Yes. Yeah, all the little things that, yeah, definitely.
This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, thank you. Anytime.
Monica smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. I appreciate, but I can't. Also, Yuri's sprite when she's looking directly at the camera. Yeah, no. There are no good connotations there.
Yeah, immediately when she smiled there, the fear impulse set off in my brain,
right?
Too.
Just like immediate goosebumps, hair raising. Yuri and Monica finished replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the clubroom once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation.
I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great.
I'll sell tickets. One day only. The really introverted person who can't accept kindness, and the toxically extroverted one who tries to take care of everyone else to avoid dealing with her own emotions. Who will come out on top? Yuri sighs and shakes her head.
I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will.
Yuri starts towards the door, but then turns to face Monica.
You're not just going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk.
Why, would it be wrong if I waited outside, huh? Got something wrong with I'm literally neurodivergent and a minor. Wait, every character in this game is 18 and up, according to the intro crawl. I'm literally neurodivergent and an adult doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
Want me to get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. Please get me 3 milk teas.
Wait, why 3 of them?
That's almost enough.
Do you want a 4th?
Always.
I don't know where to go with this one.
I like to make my own, though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club. Rather than at home, I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I had trouble getting that sentence out because suddenly into club. You'll find me into club.
Sipping tea and reading?
No. Who is it? 50 Cent?
Yeah, that's how those lyrics go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll find me in the club, sipping on my tea and reading a big book.
I don't think that's how it went.
I'm pretty sure that's how it went.
Okay.
We'll let history decide on this one.
Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room.
They did it in K-On, so it should be fine, right?
Yeah. You can use, like, an electric kettle to heat up water, right?
Only if it plays a song after it heats it up.
Luckily, like all good electric kettles, this one plays for release as soon as your waters come to temperature. It's really soothing.
Really, I have a negative Pavlovian response to fur release. I'm not taking over Yuri. You have to keep reading.
Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it'd be great.
You know, for the Sayori and Yuri side story, there's very little Sayori in this. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought.
Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck.
Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her.
That's the trick of it. You just have to have more tea.
Always more tea, huh? Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the club room door. Yuri? Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet. Sayori shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. And look! Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced, with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard.
Stop.
Yuri presses her fists against her forehead.
Please stop. I can't take this.
Yuri? Sayori's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response that she was expecting.
I'm sorry.
Sayori looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand, so if I did something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head.
No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird.
But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So if we did something together that you really like...
I don't want your pity. Why did I do that?
Yuri sinks to her knees, her voice squeaks.
I'm sorry.
Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard to just articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here before Monica sees her like this and before Sayori tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind.
Here comes the hug energy.
You should call it energy.
That'd be weird. It makes it sound like it comes from chickens.
It does. I'm a chicken. It's okay. Sayori whispers in a soothing voice. Aww, hugs for Yuri. All of the special CGs so far have been just the characters hugging each other.
That's great.
And I'm about this.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right about now. I promise I understand that. So, I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we'll talk about them together. Okay? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice.
Did you know that some frogs can survive being frozen alive?
Wow, I mean, I did, but I didn't expect that knowledge to be helpful in this context.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, okay. I get it. I get it.
I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. So it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am.
Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue.
I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that it was finally my chance to make friends through my interests, because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person, but how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all.
Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading, so I'll help you with the things that you need, too. But I feel like it would just be...
Wrong character.
Shit.
I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes.
Also, sometimes I sound like you.
Don't worry,
Sayori des.
Don't worry, I require patience too.
That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you would get frustrated with me.
But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience.
Yeah, I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right?
Yeah. Irrational fears.
Well, you know, That sounds like the title of a Meshuggah song. There's no way that you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests.
We're all weird. It's a literature club. Liking books is weird. Reading's weird.
Sayori said liking books is weird. Sayori, liking books is weird last name. Like, about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise that's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that, but I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me. Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms. Is this CG what they call ship bait? Your hair is so pretty.
No, it's not gay. Cheeks aren't touching.
Oh,
This
I can
is
change
fine.
that. Wait, what do you mean? Of course the cheeks are... Oh, oh, those cheeks. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I just cut it all off. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience.
Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading.
That's what I wanted to hear.
But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended.
Of course. I'm not gonna judge anything this early on, though, so we'll just see what happens.
Oh, and, it's not good to touch people without their consent first.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying. I'm back!
Was someone talking about consent? You want to know who the first person to talk about consent was? Monica's back. I haven't seen you at all recently. Sayori trots over to Monica. She whispers loudly. Can I hug you?
Haha, sure, Sayori.
Yay! Sayori wraps her arms around Monica.
Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know.
Hugs! Hug energy! Hug energy! Hug energy, Yuri. Hug energy.
Sayori can be kind of a hug monster.
Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. Isn't Artemis a girl's name? Oh, that's spoiling what happens in chapter 16.
So, there was totally someone I tangentially knew at college, a dude who was named Artemis, and who like part of his thing, he was a kind of dude who was like very much like the suave, try to pick up girls type.
Yep.
And the line about being named after a Greek god was part of his spiel.
Okay.
And pointing out, actually, you're named after a Greek goddess always elicited the most uncomfortable reaction. And just like,
oh no, poor Artemis. And of course I just realized about the fucking kids book series, Artemis Fowl.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm willing to accept that one of two things is true. Either Artemis is a commonly accepted male name now, or Artemis Fowl turns out to be trans feminine in like book 7. I'd never read the rest of them.
Yeah, it could happen.
It could happen. Those are the only two. It's modal. It has to be one of those two things. There are no other alternatives. Yuri laughs and Monica perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles.
Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as the literature club. About that, well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things that you like.
Yay! Do you like poetry? Yuri smiles. Aww.
Yeet.
Yeet. We got a new song from that one.
I can't keep track of which songs are new.
Neither can I, and they're not marked, so we're not going to worry about it. But let's look at the pictures we got. Oh.
Sayori with a cool S. Oh, these are really good post-its.
Be positive. Wake up early. We're in this together. To do. Wake up. Get ready, go. Wait, where'd you see the cool? Oh, there's the cool S.
And a stack of pancakes.
Stack of pancakes. Sayori is Goro Akechi. Changed my mind. Shopping list. Milk, eggs, sticky notes. I want breakfast. These are great.
Wait. The name acronym.
Silly, awesome, yawny, optimistic, really fun. I can't think of an I word.
Yeah, that fits. Oh.
Trash Natsuki beats Sayori in trash baskets, huh? Look at the toast one. I like the toast one.
Wait, where's the... Oh, that is good toast.
And her stick figure versions of Monica, Natsuki, and Yuri. Oh, this is adorable. I like this. And we got this CG. Aw. We unlock anything else? Nope. All right. Yeah, it's Natsuki time. My name's Natsuki Subaru. And this is my Fembaru AU.
I see.
AO3 has poisoned my mind. Help me. It's been several weeks since the club has officially started. Through their initial setbacks, the 3 club members so far, Monica, Sayori, and Yuri, have increased their collective bond within the club. Sayori has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Sayori, have taken an interest in poetry. On a day like any other, the 3 of them find themselves suddenly interrupted by the club room door opening. And in walks a girl none of them have seen before. Hi! Sayori tugs excitedly at Monica's sleeve. Yuri shifts in her seat and buries her eyes in her book.
Are you here for the literature club?
Yeah.
Yay, that's great. Thanks for stopping by. Kind of a small club still, so it's really exciting to see new faces.
Yeah. Come and sit down somewhere. You can sit next to my desk. Sayori prances over to her desk and presses her palms onto it. Oh, and Yuri can make you some tea. Yuri looks up at Sayori in protest for having drawn attention to her. I prefer not to be regarded.
No pronouns do not refer to me.
Natsuki silently glances between everyone, then sits down next to Sayori. Monica falls by sitting nearby. The sudden gathering prompts Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all.
Okay, then how about we all introduce ourselves?
Okay.
Well, I'm Monica. I'm the one who started the club. I was originally in the debate club, but I really wanted to do something I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. I felt no passion while debating. I just, clinically destroyed those fuckers, but I felt nothing.
Actually, that makes sense for Monica.
So,
She seems like the kind of person that would be really good at debate as the exercise of debating.
So I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing or reading or whatever other kind of literature.
Oh.
What?
I hit a button. I'm sorry. I figured it was your club. You have that vibe.
I have what vibe?
Oh, never mind. I'm not going to judge people I just met like that. That's very adult-like of you. I always judge people so hard. Like right now, I just judged you as having pink hair. It's not pink, it's light red.
Wow, the one judgment that she could easily pass on anyone on screen.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, no you don't, Sayori. Yes, she does.
Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles. I'm Sayori. I just like learning about everyone and making friends. Oh, and I also like poetry. Oh, yeah? Very adult-like of you.
Wait. Cute little fang.
Yep. Natsuki's always had a cute fang.
I forgot.
Cuteness fang. Yeah. That's why I get the sprightly kind of voice. Because I'm super cool. You never know what I'm going to do next, huh?
In fact, I don't. We largely neglected your side stories and stuff, so I'm somewhat unclear as to your character.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Mostly involve protein bars.
I see.
I'm an adult. The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming fills up the room, followed shortly by perilous. Oh, that's Yuri and her electric kettle. It's possessed by a musician. I think that one's Beethoven. Or is it Bach? They're the same person in my head. Sayori lowers her voice. She's kind of shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea, and I love her. Well, I guess that leaves me then. I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff. Hanging around around the side of the drugstore. On my summer vacation, I went downtown to look for a job. And then I hung out in front of the drugstore.
Hashtag not a boomer.
God damn it. Yeah, you know what? Maybe Cheech and Chong is a little bit... Yeah, okay, maybe. You know what? Fine. And my favorite ice cream flavor is strawberry. Just like my hair.
Which is also strawberry
Which is also
flavored?
strawberry flavored.
I see.
No, you cannot try any. It was strawberry flavored, but then when I wash it, it gets the shampoo. It's not. You're just gonna have to trust me. But the only way you'll be able to taste it if I don't wash my hair for 3 weeks. So, win some, lose some. Oh, let's get ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably cookie dough, or maybe chocolate. It's cookie dough. And Monica's is probably vanilla.
What the heck?
I take way too many online quizzes. The ice cream ones are always accurate. What's Yuri's favorite? Natsuki shrugs. Probably green tea. I'm just joking. I have no idea for Yuri.
Still.
Oh. It's pretty chill here. Do you just hang out, or do you actually do club stuff? Is this like K-On? You have to tell me if it's like K-On. I can't play an instrument.
It's like K-On with no instruments. Actually, we don't do anything really yet.
Oh, okay. I could do that. Just you'll tell me if we have to do instruments, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
it's important.
Oh, well, we do club stuff too. It just hasn't been very structured yet, since we only have 3 members, so we just kinda loosely spend our time doing the stuff we like. But I keep thinking it's about time we start with some more structured club activities. It's been a while by now since I started the club, so yeah. Well, with that being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you'd like the club to get into?
Well, I guess I'm, literature. Well, I like manga.
Manga?
Hey, why'd you say it like that? I want to read manga in the club.
Wait, hold on a second.
That sounds so great. Like, after all, I've been doing all this, Yuri returns to the desk with the tray of teacups, which he sets down on an empty desk. After all of the, deep and, immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind doing something a little more simple. Manga isn't simple. Are you telling me you've never read anything by, like, Junji Ito, Satoshi Kon, Tsutomu Nihei? Ugh. If you think that, you just don't understand the nuance. What? I didn't mean simple like that.
Well, anyway.
Were you gonna add something?
Tsutomu Nihei is really simple to read. Most of the pages don't have any words on them. You can just zip right through.
I read all of Blame in just 2 hours. It's really easy.
Well, anyway. Putting manga aside, is there any other kind of literature that you're interested in?
Well, not really.
In that case, have you considered the anime club?
Ooh. Monica! We here at 8PR are firm believers in the fact that not only are comics literature, but comic literature is quite good. Especially manga.
Increase the number of pictures in books.
You could just buy books with pictures in.
Increase the number of pictures in books.
You can doodle your own pictures in the margins. No one can stop you.
I'm not very good at drawing them.
Are you serious? I'm not going to join the anime club. It's full of weird guys. Come on, is it that big of a deal? Manga is literature, right?
I mean, I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then,
I get it. Look, I'll do whatever club activities you want. Can I please just join? I won't bother anyone. If I can just, keep my manga here and hang out after school, I'll do literally whatever you want me to do. That's fine, right?
Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my god, thank you. You're the best. I have most of it crammed in my locker, so I'm going to start getting it, okay? Natsuki stands up. Do you need some help? Nah, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker. If you say so, but there's no way that it's worse than mine. Hope we never find out then, bitch. Mic drop. I got a microphone from the AV club. They're probably going to want that. The club will pay for it, right? Because I'm a club member. Finger guns. Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence, save for the sound of Yuri sipping her tea. Wait, hold on, I got you. Grade A Foley work right there.
I'm such a pushover.
Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems like a lot of fun.
Maybe, but I mean, she has no actual interest in literature, you know? And that's normally fine, but she said she would participate in club activities, like it's some kind of obligation. Her tea is going to get cold.
I hereby delegate it to Yuri's tea. Part 2, the annexation.
Yeah. Wait, that's not related.
Well, I think everyone deserves a chance, especially if we can bring her happiness. Besides, maybe she'll take a liking to literature.
Sayori, this isn't the happiness club.
It's not? It's not? It's not? It's not?
Are you sure you don't just want to read her manga, Sayori?
Hey, who do you think I am? I do like manga.
Sorry, I didn't mean
Why
that.
is everyone here suddenly anti-manga? I like reading Nagata copy. It's different from my other literature tastes, but I find her depiction of raw human emotion to be effective on a guttural level. Also lesbians.
I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have any opinion, Yuri? No, as a rule. She said she wasn't going to bother anyone. That includes me, so...
If you'll excuse me, I have to get back to Yuri's tea to the annexation. I'm out of coffee now. Does that
Out of
mean
what?
I'm out of...
Out of what?
out of tea now?
Okay.
Stop giving me that look.
I see. You weren't lying to me and our viewers.
No, I wasn't lying about what fluid I was drinking for the Foley work. Does that mean I bother you?
No, you're a pleasure to be around.
I was just fishing for a compliment and a hug. Hug energy. Hug incoming. If you don't want it, just tell you so right now. Okay, Yuri? Yuri, is this hug okay?
Yeah.
Yuri, oh yeah. yeah, this is happening. Hug energy.
I know.
But still, I really think we should give her a chance.
Yeah, all right. But I really am going to start enforcing club activities. I'm willing to cooperate.
Under penalty of death. Suddenly, the three of them hear a thump against the door. Well, what was that? Sayori stands up and walks over to the door, then opens it. Thank you. Carrying 3 boxes of what is presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack onto the floor as gently as she can.
Thump.
Thump.
That's quite a collection.
Sayori giggles in excitement while catching her breath. Natsuki replies, There's still one more box. I can put them away myself. I know how to organize them. Monica anxiously glances between Sayori and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear before everyone gets too complacent. Seems like things are finally going to start getting more serious. At the next club meeting, Monika's the first to arrive. But ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed.
Why am I so nervous?
Monika paces, trying to figure out her feelings. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monika thinks, the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. It's me, bitch. I'm back. I lived, bitch. Monika forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return.
Need help?
No, I got it, but thank you. Monika awkwardly tries to start some kind of conversation, but fails. Curious, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all of her manga. All right, and this one's the Araki shelf? Once dull with school supplies, the shelves are now vibrant with bright colors and cute-looking artwork.
You know, the top shelf is pretty empty. Maybe we could keep it up there?
I can't reach up there. That would be so inconvenient.
Yeah, but...
Monika sighs.
The teachers are going to ask what all this manga is doing in here, and I have to tell them it's for the literature club.
So? Just say it's for the literature club. Literally do that. That thing you just mentioned? Do it. Monika backs off and slumps into a desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks is being sucked right out of the room. Good afternoon. It's Sayori o'clock. Sayori spins into the club room. I see someone's in a good mood. Yeah, because I have this. Sayori brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic. I found some money, and I used that money to get a cookie.
Wow, I love exchanging money for goods and services.
Me too. Oh, I agreed with myself. Oh, that's so pretty. As Sayori trots over to the closet, the colorful shelves catch her eye. Which one do I start with? You can start by giving me a bite of that cookie. No way. I saved up all my luck to find that money. If you want entry into my kingdom, you need to pay the tax, peasant. Boo. Viva la revolution. Defeated, Sayori unwraps her cookie and breaks off a piece for Natsuki. Then Yuri silently walks into the club room. Monica glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns a quick nod of understanding. I understand. It turns around and immediately walks out the door. Don't worry, I've got this. Say no more.
Well, everyone's here now.
Despite the club only having one more person than before, it somehow feels twice as lively.
Okay, so I think today we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members now, so it'd be great if we found some stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good to everyone?
I agree.
Okay, that's everyone. So, I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too.
Well, I've been having a lot of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we can give each person a day to share their favorite kind of literature with everyone else.
Well, maybe. Something tells me that...
Monica glances at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear very unwilling to even consider each other's interests.
Maybe we can try to come up with something that everyone can enjoy equally? You know, like we all vote on a book to read or something like that. I think we should all collectively try to expand our interests rather than just stick to the things we're familiar with.
Why does it feel like I'm being targeted here?
Why am I persecuted here?
Why am I persecuted here?
Natsuki, didn't you say that you would go along with whatever the club wanted to do?
Natsuki, you want me to tell you about the first person who was really persecuted here? Youth Pastor Monica is just the gift that keeps on giving. Well, yeah, but that doesn't make it okay for you to ignore everyone else's preferences. I like Sayori's suggestion. Yeah, me too. That's why I suggested it.
Yeah, but...
Monica's voice trails off. Although she let Natsuki join the club, Monica finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. If Natsuki doesn't respect the club, why should Monica have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything?
Bold words from someone who hasn't even talked about a type of literature she likes yet. Monica hasn't put anything
I'm mostly
forth.
into visual novels. Sorry, I thought you would...
Natsuki, are you sure you don't have any other literature interests you could share with the club? I swear I don't mind if you keep your manga in here, but I just...
Natsuki cuts off Monica by suddenly standing up. Well, it's obvious that I'm not wanted here, so I'm just gonna leave. But I really would have appreciated you being more upfront about it.
Okay, I think you're kind of jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want.
Natsuki shoots Monica a quick glare before walking straight out of the room.
Natsuki shoots Monica.
DDLC if Natsuki had a gun. Oh no. Woo! I'm outside now.
I also find it really funny that the door is in the back corner, and Sayori's run into the front
wall.
corner.
Yep.
So Natsuki has just left out the door, and Sayori, in a panic, has sprinted into the wall.
Oh no, I don't know how to manage my emotions or actions in this situation. Thump. Sayori runs after her, leaving just Monica and Yuri. For the second time today, Monica slumps down into a desk.
Why am I such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She's just making me feel this way.
Monica looks up at Yuri, seeking affirmation. Yuri looks away.
She probably just went around looking for the smallest club she could find so that she doesn't have to participate. How does she expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri? Change my mind.
I'm not good at these kinds of things.
Me neither. I just have no idea what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I feel like it's not wrong to enforce the club vision with ruthless efficiency. You know, like people should join because they want to express their passion for literature, or at least develop it. so maybe she's not a good fit for the club after all.
Monica sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but she doesn't seem to want to add anything.
You can go back to reading. I know this doesn't concern you. It does. It does? How? Well, I just can't comfortably read in an atmosphere where the peace has been disturbed. Oh. Well, great. I'm just ruining the whole club then. That's not an accurate conclusion to make. I know, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of voicing my frustration and I guess guilt. It's like my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants to blame me. Why is it the hardest to be rational during the times you need it the most? I don't think you're being irrational. I think Natsuki is. She has no authority to walk in here and make demands of the club, your club. Something as ridiculous as manga has no place here. The fact that you're even storing it for her should make her completely indebted to you. Well, you're right, but I don't know. Isn't it kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous and it has no place here? Do you not feel the same way? You've been doing everything you can to avoid associating the club with it, so I assumed you felt the same way about it. That's not true. Well,
Recalling her confrontations with Natsuki, a realization starts to set in.
You may be right. I mean, if it was anything besides manga, would I really be acting like this? Maybe I've just been convincing myself that it has nothing to do with the manga. I'm really upset that I would let myself do that.
With a sigh, Monica walks over to the closet. She finds herself staring at the colorful shelves.
It's just, this really wasn't what I had in mind for a club about literature. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that.
Monica starts defending her position once again. It's a complicated issue that Monica has failed to consider before now. Where's the line even drawn at what's considered literature? Lost in thought, she reaches into one of the larger box sets and pulls out a volume, inspecting it for no particular reason. This cover features 4 girls trading cute and exaggerated poses, all dressed in short skirts.
They're holding instruments, though it doesn't seem like anywhere in the volume they actually play them. They just sip tea.
Was K-On! A manga?
There's totally a K-On! Manga, right? Right? It was probably an anime original, though.
I have no idea. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I legit don't remember.
Amused by the absurdity of the cover, Monica opens the book. Oh, that was a short one. Okay.
Yeah?
Well, we got some new music. Couldn't tell you which one it was, but we got it.
Hey.
It's me. It's Natsuki. Yeah, bitch. You got a problem? Huh? You want to go? You want to scrap? I'll fight everyone in this club, and then myself.
I'll fight myself. I'll fight God.
I'll attack and dethrone God. Yeah, bitch. You ready for more? Something about saying bitch in Natsuki's voice is just very satisfying. This sucks. Why is Monica such a jerk? She should be grateful that I even joined her stupid club. It's not like she could find any members. Monica's usually really nice. She cares so much about everyone in the club being happy. Yeah, right. Well, she usually does. Maybe when she's busy not being so Maybe when she's not busy being so judgmental. Ugh, I'm so angry I can't even read words. So what if I'm into manga? Why can't just one person accept that instead of being so condescending about it? I accept it. I think it's cute. Oh, come on. That's condescending too. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just want to support you. Natsuki sighs. I know. Thanks. It just really sucks. Do you want me to talk to Monica? I don't know. It's not like it's going to change her opinion of me. Like, even if you were to convince her to back off, that wouldn't suddenly make me feel like I'm actually welcome in the club. I should just find another club. Wait, you don't have to do that. We can figure this out. Please? I mean, I'm the vice president. Or at least I think I am. Oh. Who are any of us really real presidents? And I don't want you to leave. Everyone deserves to feel welcome and to be happy. So I want to make that happen for you. I was wondering, what is the reason that you decided to join the literature club? Well, Natsuki hesitates. It's kind of dumb. Aw, don't say that. There's no such thing as a dumb reason when everyone is welcome. I wasn't welcome. You were to me. So? Just don't tell anyone, okay? Especially Monica. I promise. Natsuki sighs. I'm just tired of everyone judging me all the time. I can't enjoy any of this stuff I'm into without people making snotty comments about it. Not that I care about what anyone else thinks, but you know, the signs for the literature club said that you could be yourself or whatever. So that I decided it was at least worth a shot. But that was a lie, apparently. Natsuki dejectedly kicks the toe of her shoe against the wall. Oh, and I like writing too. Really? How come you didn't say that to Monica? Because she was being so judgmental that I didn't just want to tell her something she wanted to hear. She didn't deserve that kind of satisfaction. And if she knew I was into writing, then she would just be like everyone else and try to push me away from manga in favor of the more mature thing. The two of them remain silent for a while. Sayori understands that it's out of the question for Natsuki to return to the club room for today at least, but Natsuki has a reason for wanting to join the club just like everyone else. It's part of the club vision for her to be welcome. You deserve to express yourself as much as everyone else does. That's supposed to be what the club is for. So, I'm going to do everything I can to fix this. I promise. I've got my hammer, I've got my wrench, I've got my power drill. I'm ready.
Sayori's going to fix this using the one tool that so far has worked for fixing every other problem. Hugs. It's worked for all of the previous ones.
Is it working yet? Tell me if it's working. I don't know. Why are we doing this? What is it supposed to be helping? Do you want me to stop? I didn't say that. Just, what? Ugh.
Do you feel welcome yet? No? Okay, we gotta keep going then.
Can I at least read a book while you're doing this? It's lunchtime the next day. The cafeteria and hallways are bustling with students rushing to meet with their friends and make the most out of their limited break time.
Where could she be?
Among them is Monica, who always eats lunch in her classroom, but today she has some additional business. Fearing Natsuki would avoid coming into the club, Monica decided to try to find her during lunch so that she could make amends. After searching for an extensive time, Monica finally spots her. Despite her short stature, Natsuki's bright hair helps her stand out from the crowd.
Oh gosh.
Suddenly feeling awkward, Monica is afraid to get closer. Natsuki is with some friends whom Monica doesn't recognize, and they're all energetically chatting with each other. It would be really tactless to just interrupt them. Wow! Hold on, sprites for...
Oh yeah, did you end up joining that literature club or what?
Huh? Of course I joined. Why wouldn't I?
I told you she would join.
Come on. You know she only joined because you wouldn't stop giving her crap about the anime club.
I told you I never even wanted to join that stupid club.
Oh sure.
Well, you have to give her some credit for at least making an effort to finally grow past that trash.
Haha, true. Well, congrats on finally graduating middle school, Natsuki. We're proud of you.
Shut up and let me do my thing.
I'm just joking. You know we love you.
Yeah, once the literature club makes you a famous writer, we'll be the first ones to buy your book.
What, are you gonna buy her smutty fan fiction?
Well, obviously. I want a side copy.
That was years ago. Don't you think I've grown out of it by now?
I told you I was joking. Besides, it's a good reminder of how far you've come since then. Not to mention you couldn't have done it without us. That gives us a pass to joke about it.
Yeah, sure.
They grow up so fast, it brings a tear to my eye.
Natsuki suddenly glances in Monika's direction, prompting Monika to quickly turn away and distance herself.
What the heck?
Anyway, we're gonna do a raid tonight.
That was horrible. I should have said something to defend her. Why do I have to be so conflict avoidant? Not that I deserve to say anything. I'm hardly better than them after the way I treated her. I'm so awful. I'm not doing anything right.
After school ends, Monika distractedly makes her way to the club room. She finds Yuri already inside, eyes on a book as usual. Monika picks a desk and slumps into it, something she seems to be doing rather often lately.
Yuri, I don't think I can be club president.
You might be one careful how loud you say that. If you say that too loud, Sayori will immediately take over the club. Hey, did I hear something about club president resigning? No? Okay.
I suck at handling anything that doesn't go, exactly my way.
Yuri looks up from her book.
It would be fucked up if there was a game about that. It's like the literature club is a place where you get to express yourself unless it's in a way that I don't like. I'm so mad at myself. And I'm especially mad that I didn't have the self-reflection skills to realize what I was doing. So much for maturity. Sorry, I really shouldn't be complaining out loud like this. There's just a lot on my mind.
It's okay. I'm a very good person to talk at.
No. I enjoy listening. Really? Mm-hmm. Why?
Yuri shrugs.
It just makes me feel nice. Oh, well, okay. I guess I'll just continue then.
Yuri nods.
Yeah. Natsuki has kind of a blunt attitude, you know? Very blunt.
Has kind of a blunt. She let me try it earlier. That's why I'm like this now. Is this what it feels like to be riding high? Yuri, you had one hit of that. That's not enough to get you high. I can see infinity. That's not even something that happens when you're on... Oh, no, never mind.
It made me feel like she wasn't taking the club seriously. I couldn't even figure out why she wanted to join. I saw her friends talking to her in the hallway during lunch, and they were just so mean to her, telling her to grow up and stuff like that the literature club would help her grow out of her manga. It just made me so mad. Just let her enjoy it. It makes her happy. Just let people enjoy things. Why are you trying to take that away from her? And when I had that thought, it was when I came to the realization that I was kind of doing the same thing, just in a roundabout way. I should have made her feel good about being passionate about something, but I just dismissed it. No, I was actually trying to avoid acknowledging it at all. I even did that with you, Yuri, when you first joined the club. You did? Yeah, I remember. Fantasy isn't really my thing. So I was kind of trying to dismiss it, but then Sayori jumped in and took over the conversation. I should have reflected on that, but I didn't, because I just let Sayori handle it instead. And now I'm repeating the same mistake, except I really hurt someone this time.
Monika shakes her head.
I'm so tired of being afraid of things I'm not comfortable with. It's so stupid. I can just picture how much joy it would bring Natsuki if I let her share her passion a little. I'm so angry that her friends were treating her like that. I'm gonna get them back for it. Get them back? Yeah. I'll get them back. By making sure that this is the literature club that Natsuki wants, not the one that they want.
Suddenly, Sayori bursts through the door, making Monika and Yuri jump. With a rare stern face, she marches over to Monika's desk and sits down next to her. I'm having an intervention. I can do that because I'm vice president.
Is this about Natsuki?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I messed up. I'm super sorry. I was just talking to Yuri about it.
Really?
I was so dismissive of her passion that she felt threatened and probably just unwelcome. Literally the opposite of what the literature club is supposed to be. I really need to make it up to her.
Oh. Yay, I did it.
Thanks for the intervention, Sayori. I'm glad we're on the same page.
So you're resigning, right? I think a symbolic gesture like resigning your position would really help the populace feel like you're making a great change. Replacing you with a different figurehead. Me. Friendship wins again. So how do you want to make it up to her?
I have a plan. Sayori, do you know if Natsuki is coming to the club meeting today?
I don't think she is.
I see.
Monica was afraid of that. Not because of her plan, but because she's facing the consequences of the damage that she's inadvertently caused. But the only way to do the right thing is to face it head on. It's so easy to just duck away from conflict and wait for it to blow over. But that's not enough. To truly respect someone's feelings after you've hurt them is to face them and admit your wrongdoing. Not the wrongdoing of mismanaging the club, but the wrongdoing of disrespecting Natsuki's feelings.
Okay. Do you think you can get her to come to the meeting tomorrow?
I can do that.
Okay, awesome.
I will need a small military deployment. Let's say maybe 20 troops. I'm sorry, I misspoke. 20,000 troops. Here's my budget.
Sayori starts unfurling her literature club drone strike list. Oh no. Being vice president is truly a dark and horrible thing.
It's not a job for the faint of heart.
Yuri, you don't have to worry about anything, but thank you for being my friend. You're a good listener.
Fidgeting with her hair, Yuri turns away to hide a smile.
Well, I guess for today it's going to be a pretty quiet club meeting. I'm going to step out for a bit. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm just going to read with Yuri. Hey, this is one of Natsuki's books. How come it's out here? Sayori picks up a manga that was resting on an adjacent desk.
Oh, that? Natsuki probably just left it out by accident.
But I thought she hasn't been coming to the club.
Actually, Monica's been...
Yuri, I swear to God, if you throw me under the bus in this moment, I will end you.
Finally, we get this pose!
Yay!
Okay, Yuri, I'm sure it was just someone else who was using this classroom then, okay?
I refuse to participate in this charade.
I am terrified for reasons I cannot articulate.
Monica smiles at them both. Then with a wave, she exits the club room.
I really shouldn't have left that out. If Sayori catches on, she'll definitely tell Natsuki, and that would get really awkward. Now, I wonder if there's a keyboard I could borrow from the music room. So far, I've been learning Python without having a keyboard, and it's kind of difficult using the on-screen, point and click.
Oh, using a keyboard as a keyboard. The time for the next club meeting has already arrived. Monica and Yuri are the first to arrive.
I'm so worried. Do you think Sayori is going to be able to bring Natsuki? Yes.
She could convince anyone to do anything. Have you seen her when she gets that fire in her eyes? It's scary.
How do you know?
I hear they're sending her on diplomatic missions now.
Okay, now it's time to hug it out.
Threatening fire burning behind her eyes. Sounds like someone doesn't have enough hug energy.
Well, she's Sayori. You know, you're right.
Time slowly passes. Monica sits, then stands up to pace around, then sits again. Yuri's eyes don't move from her book. Then the door finally opens. Sayori marches inside. Behind her, Natsuki shuffles inside, nervously looking around the room. We're here!
Welcome back.
Monica, the club president, stands up and greets them with a smile. Sayori picks a desk and takes a seat. Natsuki sits closely next to her. Looking back and forth between the club members, Monica is struck with a nostalgic feeling. She would stand at the front of the club room just like this, struggling to picture just who may eventually be sitting before her. But imagination was never enough to predict just how unique and diverse each member would be. With her own struggles, her own reasons for seeking the vision that Monica had, admittedly so vaguely advertised. Seeking trust, understanding, respect. What new lessons will the future hold for the literature club? Realizing she's getting ahead of herself, Monica takes a deep breath and returns to the present.
Okay, everyone.
Time for Monica's writing tip of the day.
The literature club is starting. We have an activity planned for today.
Yay! We should have elections to elect a new club president. Yuri, who are you voting for? Sharpening knife. You're sharpening that knife wrong. I would know about knives is the joke.
We have an activity planned for today.
We have to have a signal for when you're just waiting for me to finish vamping on a thing so you can read the next line. You're like, no, I'm not going to jump in on this one. You're just digging yourself into a hole.
I had thought I had read the line. Did
okay.
I? I don't know.
Monica turns around to face the chalkboard. On it, she writes, manga, in big letters.
Today, we're going to learn from an expert about a unique form of literature. Manga.
Oh, come on. Isn't this kind of forced? I know you don't actually want to do this, just... Monica shakes her head.
Natsuki.
This is the hardest part. After making it this far, it would be easy to just smile and move on. But that's not enough, not this time.
I'm sorry. It was wrong of me not to take you seriously when you were kind enough to show interest in my club. I thought about it and realized how biased I was against manga. It caused me to disrespect you, and I'm sorry. But I think you deserve to be able to share your passion with us. So can I make it up to you?
Well, thanks, but... I know you're only doing this because Sayori told you to. Wait, that's not true. Monica planned this all by herself. I didn't even get a chance to talk to her. Which is bad because as vice president, I'm supposed to sign off on these things.
I was witness to that as well. This is the Literature Club. The Literature Club is a place where everyone gets to be themselves. We all have our own interests and our differences. It's my vision to let us freely express that. And it's my goal to respect everyone for them. So I just want to learn about the things that make you happy. I think that you deserve to share that joy as much as everyone else does. Is that okay?
Natsuki looks away and hesitates. But it's really dumb. The stuff I'm into. Monica smiles. She kneels in front of Natsuki's desk, looking her straight in the eye.
If you like it, then it's not dumb.
Oh, except for me.
Sayori, you're not dumb either.
What the heck? You guys are so weird. Fine, I'll show you some of my manga. Only because you admitted that it's literature after all. Natsuki stands up. Oh yeah, I didn't say this before, but I'm actually into writing too. I'm kind of a pro. But I didn't want you to just like me for that.
Wow, really? I really did have you all wrong, Natsuki.
Yeah, whatever. Today's not about that anyway, right? Today's about manga, so I hope you're ready. Chapter 1. What is sequential art? All right, I'm going to pass out everyone a copy of Understanding Comics. A week has passed since Natsuki returned to the Literature Club. Since then, the club activities have been in full swing. Each club member has received a day in the spotlight to share all of their favorite kinds of literature with each other. As another meeting draws to a close, Monica approaches Natsuki on the way out.
Natsuki, are you in a hurry home or anything?
Me? Not particularly. Why?
Oh, there was just something that I wanted to show you if you had a few minutes.
Sure, what is it?
It's not in here. Can you follow me to the music room?
The music room? Sure, why?
Well, you'll see.
Okay, cool. Have we seen this before?
I don't think we've seen the music room yet.
That's a new background. What's the melody on the thing? Do 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 do. Is that good? That's going to be one of the. Someone can tell us what that is. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no, I can't actually sight read music, so.
I never learned to sight read despite being in band for ages, and
I'm a percussionist. What's your excuse?
You put me in front of a vibraphone, and I just I can deal with that, I guess.
Something about music on a staff just instantly shuts my brain down.
Yeah, that's
instantly shuts my
fair.
brain down.
Because that's especially with a lot of more pop-oriented music.
But it's like I fucking did bands since I was a child, and
Yep.
I would have the music in front of me, and I would still learn it by ear because I just could not focus on reading fucking sheet music.
No, I believe it.
When the club was just me and Sayori, we would talk about how we envisioned the club to turn out. We cared a lot about it being a place where people could express themselves, and she said something strange to me. She said that I was trying to make the club that I needed myself more than anyone. But I think it wasn't until you joined that I fully understood that. Because you really taught me a lot about myself, like things that I was probably always too stubborn to admit.
Oh, come on, you can't mean that. I didn't even do anything. I just brought a bunch of manga, then I got fussy when I didn't have my way. It was really stupid of me to make such a big deal out of it.
No, I honestly needed it. If you didn't express that you were hurt, I would never have realized that I did something wrong. Besides, your feelings are valid. They deserve to be heard and respected. You are seen and you are valid, Natsuki.
It's just really hard to feel that way sometimes. You know, I really shouldn't care about what other people think in the first place. But when you're just criticized by everyone around you for being a certain way, it can get really hard to just brush it off. It makes me feel like I'm the problem. Like I'm not doing enough to please everyone else. Am I being too entitled if I just want people to like me without having to hide a bunch of stuff about myself? I don't think I am. I just wish that sometimes people would try to appreciate me for who I actually am. As Monika listens, she recalls vividly how Natsuki's friends were treating her, and how naturally they did so. How long has she been fighting against that, refusing to change for others?
I could only wish I was as strong as you are, Natsuki. You're so honest with yourself. I'm always trying to come off as perfect for other people. Anytime there's a hint of contention, I just crumble. But it's thanks to you that I really started thinking about this stuff. You really inspired me to start working on it.
But, well, like I said, I didn't even do anything.
You were just being yourself. That's all you needed to do. Also, there's something else.
Huh? Monika takes a breath.
The thing is, I might have read a little bit of your manga.
What? You? What the heck? Why didn't you tell me?
I'm sorry. I think I just felt kind of embarrassed to admit it. After I gave you such a hard time about it.
I can't believe you of all people were reading manga behind my back. That's so funny.
Yeah, well, I just flipped through one of them out of curiosity, but I ended up reading a whole bunch of it. But I mean, one of the characters was in a literature club. What are the chances, right?
You're reading Parfait Girls? Wow, you have good taste.
Just one volume, and I kind of just picked it out randomly.
Well, you have good intuition then. You should tell me all your favorite parts.
Well, I think it was some kind of weird fate. Because the character isn't just in a literature club, she also plays piano. It's just weird because I've always wanted to learn piano. She was the perfect person that I always wish I was, if I just did what I wanted instead of hitting the skip button.
I'm sorry.
Instead of always second-guessing myself.
Monika walks over to the piano and sits down. Oh, that's a great CG.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like that. And I want to point this out. It's the same melody on the thing in the background.
Yeah.
So that's intentional.
Yeah. Oh god, what is it? It's gotta be something.
I was running through like some of the themes of the game in my head to see if they matched up. None of them seem to do so far. Wow, I love just staring at you like at the keyboard not doing anything.
I always felt like I should only share the absolute best parts of myself, the parts that will impress people or make them like me more. But after you joined the club, I really realized how self-destructive that mentality is. We share things because we want to express ourselves. Sharing experiences allows us to share emotions. And I just felt like I wanted to show you this, because if it wasn't for you, I never would have started playing.
Hey, I think the credit for that one goes to Parfait Girls, not me.
No. Well, maybe it's true that Parfait Girls put thought into my head. But it was still you who inspired me to keep practicing every day.
Every day?
Because, you just make me feel like if I want to do something, I should just do it. I mean, I still haven't been practicing for very long, and I'm really not any good at it yet, like, at all. But I wrote a song for the club, and I worked really, really hard on it. It doesn't have any words or anything, but, well, yeah. Lighters up.
Mm-hmm. This is not the song on the background, by the way.
It's not, yeah.
Aw. Aw. This is cute. It's still weird how Monica is the only one whose sprite faces forward.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that made sense in the base. Because in the base game, that makes sense because she's trying to address the player directly and it's a little subtle cue. But, like, in the side stories where that doesn't happen, now it's just like, oh, everyone's 3/4 except Monica.
Monica just doesn't know which direction to face when talking.
Yep. Aww.
That's all.
That was so good.
It was?
Yeah, are you kidding? You're like already a pro.
Not even close.
Does the song have a name? It said it was about the club, so
Yeah. It's called My Song, Your Note.
No. Really? A fucking Angel Beats reference? A fucking Angel Beats reference of all things.
To be fair, that song and opening are good.
Yes, it is really good. Actually, the one thing that you can't really argue with about Angel Beats is that the opening is fire. The opening song and the actual opening credit sequence are really, really good. But that's what we're referencing?
Yes, we are.
All right, sure.
It is Studio Key hours here.
Apparently. I guess it's time for the baseball episode.
Because everyone brings something so unique to the club. It's completely different from how I first imagined it, I think, but I was like such a selfish perfectionist. It shouldn't be about me, it should be about everyone. And it's all of you who helped shape the club into what it is. I would never change that.
Well, I think that's really thoughtful and kind of flattering. I kind of feel like I don't deserve this much validation. I wasn't exactly very patient either when I first joined the club. Makes me feel like I should probably apologize too. Like, I think I was just really fed up with a lot of things and I got frustrated after not getting my way in the club. So, yeah, I didn't mean to take that out on you. I was being really immature. Haha, you get my stubborn butt to apologize, I guess you're doing something right.
It's fine, I'm past it too. I think we're already even. But it's really sweet that you were thinking about it. It takes a lot of maturity to reflect on that kind of thing.
Well, I wonder who I got it from. Oh, never mind. Well, anyway, as long as you let me keep my manga in the club room, you did admit that it's a form of literature. You totally can't take that back now.
You got me. The closet's all yours.
Yes! Finally, I get to be back in the closet. Tell you what, I'll bring in a little something for the club tomorrow. I want to do something nice in return.
What kind of little something?
Oh, you'll see. And I don't think you'll be disappointed. The next club meeting ends up being a particularly tasty one.
Hey.
Hey! Yeah! Why is Yuri eating her book?
Oh my God! It's Book Girl. We're in Book Girl now.
What's Book Girl?
It was a light novel thing that got a movie adaptation where it's also about an after-school literature club type thing. The shtick is there's two folks. One is the main character dude who was an award-winning writer that wrote under a pseudonym and gave it up, swore he never wants to do it again. And his friend, this girl who is some sort of yokai who eats stories and keeps badgering him to start writing again because his stories taste the best when she eats them. And so they solve mysteries? ?
Okay,
and
sure.
Eat books? ?
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't remember it all too well. It's been a long time. I probably have maybe half those details right.
Well, anyway, thank you all for joining us on this episode today. I think we're about halfway through the side stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are really nice. I genuinely enjoy these a lot. And
Me too.
yeah, I think getting to like, I already think the characterization in the main game Doki Doki was actually was a lot better than I was expecting for something that, you know, turns a hard corner like it does.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't need to be that fleshed out for what it was trying to accomplish. But
I feel like it wouldn't have landed the way it did if they weren't.
I also think that, actually. I think that part of the reason it lands as well as it did was because it took the time to humanize its characters that much.
Mm-hmm.
And I also appreciate that we get to see a little bit more of what that looks like. Yeah. Anyway, it looks like we'll probably have maybe like 2 more episodes of this, so look forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you know what that song is on the background, the background image of the music club room, let us know.
Yeah.
It's gonna bother the fuck out of me.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.